always prepared, always where she needs to be. And when that doesn't happen exactly as she planned, then she gets worked up, and that in turn works up her daughters.
That's very evident.
Obviously.
Our mom was similar in the fact that she liked to be in control at every second. There were too many of us, there were too many irons in the fire for her not to be in control.
Right.
And when life happens and things didn't go her way, she would get a little bit more worked up. But I think both of us found ways to cope with that, and so that it didn't really impact us.
One, we never rode on a bus, so, like, we never, like, arrived together.
Correct.
We were always early.
Absolutely.
Always. And we were already ready.
Yeah, because we got ready in the car. Because if you're early,
you're on time.
If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, you're fired.
Right. Like, get it together, people.
Yeah.
That's how we work.
Yeah. And then we find out that there's 1,500 numbers. And Make You Mine is the first thing that they're going to see from ALDC. And then Abby's reminding them to really be respectful backstage when you come off the stage. I don't care if it was good, bad, or otherwise. You act like it was the best time you ever danced. I really think this is a great piece of advice, not just for them as dancers in this moment, for them as dancers maybe professionally, just for them as humans. You always want to be respectful to everyone at the dance competition, especially backstage. Everyone at a job interview, everywhere you go, we want to make sure that you're obviously respectful of people. I think at dance competitions, backstage is a time where maybe dancers don't realize they're being judged, but there are always people that work for the competitions that are around backstage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or there's going to be another studio that's there, and you don't want anyone to get the idea that you're really hard to get along with, or you're a diva, or you're rude. And we've said this before, because if you give them that idea, you're not going to be invited to invitationals. And sometimes if the behavior of your dancers is so poor, you can be told that you cannot return to that competition. And I've seen that happen.
Oh, yeah. We have.
If you act a fool at a dance competition, especially backstage, if you do stuff to mess with other dancers backstage that aren't
not tolerated,
studio, there are a lot of dance competitions that will ask you to leave immediately. Your studio will not be allowed to return.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just a good life lesson, you know? Just really need to be respectful of everyone you're meeting along the way, because people really don't want to work with horrible people.
Right.
You never know who you're going to run into.
Mm-hmm.
Every single competition is really important to us because each competition is one step closer to nationals.
Yes.
Which is true. I mean, you should take it very seriously now. You're past regionals and you're on the road to nationals, so it should be taken seriously, I think.
Yes. We see the first shot that we see of Karen.
I love Karen.
Yes. So,
Karen, we love you and we miss you and we hope to see you soon.
Yes. So there is a judge in this episode who is wonderful. Her name is Karen. She's lovely. She lives in New Orleans. Her daughter Pamela ran a dance camp in Orlando that Peyton and I went to as children for many summers.
Oh God, yeah. And it was literally the hottest week, and we drove past
the Holy Land Experience.
Yes, the Holy Land. It is holy up in there.
Yes.
Okay. But it was a lot of fun, and Karen taught the musical theater part.
Yep.
And that was
always my favorite class.
Amazing.
So the dance starts, they're going, everything's great. They back up to be in one line with the chairs, and Nia's not on the line, and she's pretty far stage left. And this is sad to me because spacing is like a huge thing for judges.
So to that, I have to say, in doing dance competitions, we practiced for months before so that we could make sure that everything was right.
Yeah.
Our spacing was correct. We had everything was on point, and like we did everything we needed to do. Learning a dance in a week to compete is very hard because you don't necessarily think about all of the extra things besides just the dancing, like the spacing and your technique and this and that, you know, like
absolutely,
it all has to come together.
Oh, absolutely. And if you're not in your correct spacing, it can really throw off the dance visually, which is sad.
Right.
Nia misses a really big glissade. She went 2 counts early, which is, again, sad. But the dance now is over, and Maddie is crying, saying, "We're terrible. I'm really,
dear
really
Lord.
embarrassed." Does she not remember Abby's pep talk right before they went out. Fake it until you're back into the dressing room. But I have to say that it's doubtful that she's going to get in trouble.
Oh, absolutely not.
And that was my first thought seeing that. She's not going to get in trouble.
No, of course not.
Maddie's really upset right now. The group just performed, and she doesn't feel that they performed to the best of their ability.
Now, Abby's talking to them and saying she's disappointed. She asks Maddie why she is crying, and Maddie lied and said she got hurt a little when she was backstage. She was saying she was crying because she was embarrassed.
Maddie was upset because Nia did not do well, but she told Abby she was upset because she twisted her ankle.
Ma'am, why are you saying this like you're so happy? Your child lied. Your perfectionist child was unable to stand the fact that it wasn't perfect, so she cried, and instead of telling the truth and risking getting in trouble, she lied. Don't be smug about it. That is really telling of your parenting.
That's not okay.
No.
Like, why would she think that that's okay?
No, and she's like smiling about it. Not only does she think it's okay, she's like proud of her.
It's not her shining moment, let me just tell you.
Yeah.
I entered Vivi in a photogenic contest. We haven't had the opportunity to do the costume catalog thing yet. I thought that this would be a good start to maybe start to pursue something like that.
This scene is crazy.
Yeah, this scene makes me so mad. Vivi is so beautiful. She's such a beautiful child, but Kathy is really doing her dirty right now.
So, like, the eyelashes on her, like, eyebrows, they're, like, so crooked. What is happening?
The full makeup, the costume, the feather headband, boa monstrosity.
I don't understand.
Then I really think that if Kathy had gotten Vivi into one of her cute little dresses, just like a normal everyday dress, but like maybe a little bit fancier, and put on like maybe a little bit of mascara and like some color on her cheeks, but like kept it really, really natural with her pretty hair, I think she really could have done great, because we see how excited and really how Vivi comes alive and starts doing her own poses and all this stuff. I just really wish that Kathy had done it just a little bit differently.
Well, okay, it's a photogenic contest, so
Yeah.
it's not like I need to have a full face on. They want to see your natural beauty.
This is not who's ready for stage.
It's very important that the girls win for their group numbers. They win all the time for their solos. That's easy. It's much more difficult to do a group routine. Everybody has to be in sync, timing issues, spatial awareness, everybody on the same count at the same time. When your group wins, you've won.
Yeah.
So only 4/10 of a point separate first from third. They got second.
Abby's not going to be happy. But now it's time for solos. And this is another really sweet moment. Melissa and Maddie are having a heart-to-heart about this dance and her grandmother, who's no longer alive. And I think it's really sweet because she's talking about how her and Maddie are best friends. This part is cringy.
Why are you trying to be best friends with your kid?
Yeah, stop outing yourself. You really, really should not be best friends
Like,
with
you
your
need
child
to-
at this age.
You need to be her mom.
Yeah, I mean, I think as an adult, I could definitely say that Mom was one of my best friends.
Yeah.
But that was as an adult. I would not have said that growing up.
I
There was
don't-
definitely a shift when we became adults, where she still was our parent, but she became more of a friend and a confidant.
Right, and I think that's how it should be, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
you need to be a parent first.
Yeah.
And then once you're done grown and you've flown the coop, then it's okay to be their friend.
Yeah, I agree.
Because at that point in time, like, you're giving your grown children more life advice, and you're not just parenting them and telling them what to do.
Exactly. So Melissa gives Maddie an angel pin that was her grandmother's favorite that she used to always wear on her hat.
I really do love that.
Yeah, nothing to snark about on this. I think that's really sweet.
But, like, what would our mom have given us? I guess her shark visor?
Shark visor, for sure.
I'm doing this dance angel for my grandmother Babcha, and I hope she is proud, and I know that she is watching me from heaven.
Maddie dances, and it's beautiful. I love this dance.
Yeah.
I feel like this solo should have been more iconic than Cry.
I do too. Absolutely, I do too.
I really loved this dance way more than Cry, I think.
Oh, I agree. I think the costume's beautiful. I think she looks great in it. She has great choreography. Again, like I said, the music is really beautiful. Melissa is sobbing, and I really can't snark on that. If I were Melissa, even if I wasn't Melissa, if I knew what the situation was, I would be sobbing too. Had I not been taking notes, I would have been sobbing.
Yeah.
So all the other girls are getting ready, and it's really a hot mess.
Nia's solos have appeared to be going in a particular direction. The solo that she's now doing, she's got an afro wig on, and she's portraying Laquifa, somebody, and I feel bad. Holly is a little hysterical over this, I think. I think that this is starting to really play and wear on Holly.
Okay, you know when Kathy says that, it's bad.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
absolutely.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that Kathy's a little racist too.
Oh, for sure. Later in the season, she does a build a wall dance, okay?
Right.
So, absolutely. But they have this really sweet interaction. Kathy is really, like, pumping up Nia, and it's really nice to see. And she's telling her just to go out there and smash it like everybody knows that she's gonna do. I think that's so sweet, because we don't really see that from Kathy a lot. Because she doesn't want to be a cheerleader, and she doesn't want to be a group player or whatever. But in this moment...
Oh, God, Kathy.
She is really Nia's cheerleader.
I think Nia does get typed with her numbers, but everybody does. Brooke has done an acrobatic routine since she was 6 years old. She's never been given anything else. And there's many other things Brooke could do. Like, Brooke could do a lyrical number, but Abby just doesn't give it to her because she's typed as an acro.
Okay, Kelly, I hear you, but this situation is not about Brooke. This is about Nia and about how the color of her skin is causing her to only be given a certain selection of opportunities. Yes, all of the girls are put into boxes and only given certain types of dances, but not one of the other girls is only given quote-unquote ethnic dances.
Right.
At least sometimes when Brooke is given an acrobatic dance, she's given an acrobatic lyrical dance, and she does have a beautiful costume sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Pennywise the Clown.
Whereas Nia doesn't.
Right. Nia is very much stereotyped as an ethnic dancer, as Abby says.
Yeah.
Because that's all Abby thinks that she's going to get in jobs, because she doesn't want to put the time and the effort into her dance training to make her a better dancer.
Absolutely.
And to that I have to say, Abby, you're a shitty teacher.
Yeah.
I felt that was put in an awful situation. I don't want to pull her from a dance. She's worked hard. She deserves to be in that dance. At the same time, I don't feel comfortable with her being on stage dressed that way.
And I totally understand that.
Yeah.
All of the girls are either doing a solo or a duet here at Star Power this week. So they need to make sure the technique is in check, the legs are straight, the feet are pointed, and they bring their own personality to the routine.
Who knew that Paige was doing a number? No, I didn't.
What?
Yeah, we never.
Paige?
Yeah, we don't see it. And now we're back with our boo, Karen.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. And they're talking about the photogenic award. And then one of the judges says,
Too much like she's on stage instead of just taking a photo of her
It's
beauty.
cute. No, it's cute.
It is cute, but she's about to go in the musical theater.
I absolutely think she's got on some like stage makeup,
Yes, she does. It's
Yeah.
totally about to go on.
and I think that's like reinforced eyebrows and eyelashes, as a matter of fact.
And it's kind of blurry.
Yeah, it's actually not the best quality picture either.
ridiculous.
Kathy, get it together. Get it together.
She's got a costume on, unless of course she wears sequins on a daily basis.
And it's not
Which I
centered.
do, but that's okay.
I know you do.
Yes.
We know, Karen. We know.
Karen, you're a queen. We love you.
It's not centered.
Not good lighting.
Photo.
Okay, this is a no.
Yeah, not today.
Okay, great. Moving on.
Sorry, Vivi.
Beautiful child, bad picture. And then we find out that Maddie wins the title of National Petite Miss Star Power. Holy trophy, Batman.
The trophy is bigger than her.
Yes, but also did you know that this was a national competition? This is Star Power's national. They don't make that a big deal.
Right, because they want you to think that
This is
nationals
hasn't
hasn't
happened.
happened yet.
Maddie has 6 crowns now, and her goal is to make it to the double digits.
Cool. Awesome. Good
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah.
Way to have goals.
And then Kathy and Vivi are looking at the pictures, And we find out that Vivi did not win, and Kathy's not impressed because these pictures are not great.
Oh, man. Where's all the cute poses that you were doing? I tell you what, that photographer